Welcome to the Beyond 20 Cherwell tutorial series. In this video, we will demonstrate how to set up a field in a parent object that updates when any number of fields in a child object are changed using a stored expression. This field can then be used to trigger an automated process that will run whenever the field in the parent object is modified. For our use case, we set up a field in Incident called Jira Field Updates, and we want to know when any field in the specifics form changes. This will trigger an automated process that will update the corresponding Jira issue with data from each of the fields in the expression. So in the Incident object, we added a field called Jira Update Fields, and this field will change its value from not changed to changed, so it has a default value of no change, and then it auto updates whenever the field Jira Field Values changes, and it changes to a value of changed. The Jira Field Values is a new field. It's max searchable, and it will have the field value of a value to set before saved, which is going to use this new expression we created called Jira Field Values to update. And the Jira Field Values simply has a set of expressions that are case statements, and each case statement will determine whether or not the value we're looking for already exists or not. And if it doesn't exist, it will add it to the Jira Field Values, and by doing so it will cause it to change, and that will trigger the automated process. So the first one we have, the first field, is the specific status. So if the specific status is not already in the Jira Field Values, so it's not like, then we're going to use this expression, which is the Jira Field Values plus the new specific values, or specific status, excuse me. If it is, then we're just going to place the Jira Field Values. All of our subsequent fields that we want are going to look a little bit different. There's still going to be a case expression, but in each case, we're just going to see if the value is there or not, and if it's not there, we're going to add it, and if it is there, we're not going to add anything. So it's just going to add an empty value, so it won't add anything to the value if it's already exists, but it will add the new value if it does exist. So each one of the fields has the exact same expression, just a different field value, and the custom expression for the new value that's been added is the same. So here we have a ticket where we have not saved it yet. You can see that the Jira Update field status is no change, and we have no data in the Jira fields. We'll go ahead and save this record, and you'll see that we now have the fields set to all of the field values that we have in our expression, and the Jira Field Update is changed. And by setting that to changed, that field can then trigger a automated process which will run to update the proper fields. And we'll show you how to do that in our next video. So the value of using the stored expression is that this can be a little bit data driven. It's not perfectly data driven. It's not like you can put all the values in a table and update the table whenever you want to, but you can go into the administrator client and open the stored expression manager and then update your stored expression without publishing a new blueprint. So that is the value of using a stored expression rather than just a one-step that uses custom expressions to update the value of that parent object field.